It's stirring up again. While we thought we were done with the argument about Cardano ADA being security or not, it just got started. When a crypto token is tagged as a security, it's not safe, and a lack of trust and fear sweeps the atmosphere. So can Cardano handle this kind of reputation? The United States Securities and Exchange Commission has been taking effective action to regulate the rapidly developing crypto sector. In recent years, the SEC has been increasing its oversight of the industry, contending that many tokens and crypto exchanges were suspicious and should be labeled as securities. A certain crypto platform recently got caught in the SEC's web. In recent news, Beaksy was charged by the SEC for reportedly failing to register as an exchange, broker, or clearing agency. This action is the most recent in a string of cryptocurrency-related moves by the US securities regulator. In addition, Artak, the founder of Beaksy and Beaksy Digital Limited, a company he controlled, were charged by the SEC for raising $8 million through an unregistered offering of the Beaksy token. The SEC alleged that Artak used $900,000 of the raised funds for personal use, including gambling. According to the SEC, Nicholas Murphy and Randolph Bay Abbott, who are executives connected to Wendy, a company that managed Beaksy, were also charged. The SEC noted that Wendy violated securities law through the Beaksy platform by not registering as an exchange, clearing agency, or broker. The SEC further admitted that Wendy agreed with Brian Peterson and his company's BraverRock entities in 2019 to offer market-making services for BXY. Later on, when the companies entered into a similar agreement for another crypto asset security. As a result of this move, Peterson and BraveRock were deemed unregistered security dealers by the SEC. In response to the SEC's allegations, Wendy, Murphy, Abbott, and Peterson agreed to shut all doors as an unregistered exchange, clearance agency, broker, and dealer. They also conceded to close down the Beaksy platform and destroy all BXY and Wendy's possession. Gerber Grewal, the director of SEC's Division of Enforcement, commented on the situation. To protect investors, there are separate regulation requirements for exchanges, brokers, and clearing agencies, with each essentially acting as a check on another. When a crypto intermediary combines all of these functions under one roof, we allege that Beaksy did, investors are at serious risk. The four individuals in the BraveRock entities agreed to the terms of agreement without admitting or denying the SEC's allegation. Right now, the SEC is pursuing legal action against Artak for securities fraud and against both Artak and Beaksy Digital for the unregistered offering of BXY. According to the statement, users of the exchange can withdraw their assets after canceling all user orders and verifying their balances within 24 hours. It's recommended that users withdraw their assets within 30 days. The SEC has been upbeat about regulations lately. As a result, a slew of events occurred last year which plunged the crypto industry into an ocean of losses and illegal activities. It's normal for the SEC to rise to their responsibility and force all the bad guys out of crypto. But this begs the question, is Cardano ADA one of the bad guys? Last year, Charles Hoskinson, co-founder and CEO of Input Output Global, commented on what would happen if US regulators were to consider ADA as a security. During an AMA session on YouTube, Hoskinson commented on the potential scenario, emphasizing that there is nothing in the history of Cardano that feels security-like, from the beginning to where it is at today, the fact that the network is fully decentralized, and so forth. Hoskinson admitted that he believed that if ADA were to be considered a security, other top cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Bitcoin could also be considered securities. According to him, this was a problem with regulation through enforcement, as any given Sunday is whoever the regulators decide to pick, there's a big fight. He further noted that these fights lead to significant amounts being spent on legal fees, and it's brutal and vicious and a lot of hard feelings. Hoskinson also commented on the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple and two of the executives alleging that they raised over $1.3 billion through an unregistered, ongoing digital asset security offering. That case has been going on for quite some time now. However, the lawsuit is believed to be coming to an end as both parties have requested a summary judgment. Hoskinson also acknowledged that the end might be near. He said, "I heard the rumors that Ripple case will be settled on December 15th. Let's just see. That could have catastrophic implications for the industry, one way or the other. But you just keep moving forward." Regardless of the results, Hoskinson said that the US does not get to say that Cardano lives or dies, but the community does. According to the reports, numerous smart contracts deployed on the network have attained some impressive heights as developers keep working on the cryptocurrency network, despite the ongoing bear market. Plus, the Cardano network has recently hit a new milestone with the launch of its first stablecoin, and it's just getting started as there's plenty more milestones to be hit. Several analysts have also gone ahead to call ADA a security. A chunk of them concluded this from their perceptions of the cryptocurrency. Some of its attributes do not go down well with them. A notable example is the Bitcoin preacher Michael Saylor, who publicly acknowledged that Cardano was a security last year. In an interview with Altcoin Daily last week, Saylor said it was pretty obvious that ADA was a security. He said, "To be a commodity network, there has to be no issuer, no initial coin offering, no central organization, and if you study the history of Cardano, it's pretty obvious it's a security. It checks all the boxes. So I don't know how you get around to intellectually convincing yourself that it is anything other than a security." The Cardano founder expressed his opinions about Saylor's ideas, stating that MicroStrategy CEO approves that ADA counts as a security, but Bitcoin doesn't and instead qualifies as a commodity. In another AMA session, Hoskinson argued that Cardano is not only more decentralized than Bitcoin, but it has more real-world utility as opposed to Bitcoin's main use case. Nobody controls ADA. It's completely decentralized, far more than Bitcoin. It has more uses and utility. People buy the token not to speculate, which is the only thing that they can do with Bitcoin. They buy the token to use it for stuff, medical records, and whatever else they're doing because it has real-life utility. So that's a security, but the crypto where the only thing you can do is speculate is not? Then Hoskinson noted that Saylor and other Bitcoin maximalists remain exclusively defensive of Bitcoin because they have a financial interest in it succeeding over other crypto assets. It's just one of those cases where Saylor is digging deep, fully dug in with Bitcoin. So it's gotta work, because if it doesn't work the way he hopes, he goes bankrupt. So I don't give much attention to it, and I don't think it's a productive conversation at all. Cardano is among the projects with robust financials and a fine price trajectory. ADA also follows a calculated approach, letting the bears have complete control over it. Besides, the growing crypto adoption has even attracted the authorities, who have kept a close watch and screwed the platforms accordingly. Since the SEC sued Ripple, many believe the agency would not relent and would expand its reach to other platforms as well. The recent Paxos crackdown sustained the claim by creating the illusion of who might be next. However, Cardano may certainly not face the SEC's heat, as the platform may not come under US jurisdiction. Therefore, one of the top analysts, Dan Garbudello, lists two prominent reasons that could support the claim. According to him, Cardano's ICO was held in Japan, and hence cannot be considered a security under US law. In addition, even the most recent crackdown on LBRY was also referred to as being launched without an ICO. Moreover, LBRY's blockchain was fully developed and launched before the sale of its native token, yet the platform faced the SEC crackdown, which raised some concerns for Cardano. Addressing the concern, the analyst said, "Agreed, launches are different. Still two questions for each coin. 1. Launched a security. 2. Secondary sales a security. ADA and LBC launch circumstances are different, but the answer is the same. Namely, how could an ICO that took place in Japan be considered as securities under US law? It can't. At the same time, the confirmed non-security status is very rare in crypto. In 2022, Polkadot became the only token that managed to obtain it. Even representatives of the Web3 Foundation highlighted that their token had morphed, and its non-security status was the result of 3 years of collaboration with the SEC. There are solid reasons to believe that Cardano is not a security, but it's better for us to observe how things will unfold. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you click on the subscribe and notification buttons, and we'll see you in the next video.